My name is Carson Barnes, and on behalf of the Real World Design team, I would like to say that we are honored and happy to be here to talk to you about our experience with the Real World Design Challenge. We have had some incredible experiences over the last year as a result of competing in this challenge, and we'd like to tell you about how that has affected us. So, we have had an awesome week this week in Washington, D.C. It's been surreal at the least, and if you would have told me a week and a half ago that I would have met the president, have been on national TV, and be in a room talking in front of all of you, I would have said you're crazy. But that's just one of the surprises that the Real World Design Challenge has provided us. Since we started the challenge last year with this team, it's been a great challenge for us. I've actually been competing in the Real World Design Challenge for the past 2 years. I started 2 years ago, and I've had the experience of seeing how the teams work together and being able to act as a leader on our team. So one of the really amazing things about the Real World Design Challenge is how many of our skills that we learn in school that it brings together that we have to use when we actually do the challenge. It's incredibly fulfilling because you can see your results. And as Mr. Hickey was talking about, it's one of the things that really makes engineering great. And I knew I enjoyed engineering before I started the Real World Design Challenge, but as I've competed in it, it's become even more of an enjoyment for me because you can just see how your work pays off and you can overcome challenges and things like that. So I'd like to hand it off to my teammates and let them tell you a little bit about what they've enjoyed and what they've gotten out of the Real World Design Challenge. So thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Shelby Gregory, and when I started this competition, I actually didn't want to do it. Miss Davis kind of pulled me into it and suckered me in, and then I in turn pulled Carrie into it because I didn't want to be the only girl. And I actually thought I was going to be a geriatric surgeon. So I was like, why am I doing this competition about building an airplane? But throughout this whole process, I've kind of changed my mind a little bit, and I decided that I started doing our PowerPoint, and I love doing PowerPoints, and it's just kind of my little thing. And I fell in love with it. I wanted to go into marketing, and then I started learning more of the engineering process and how all this math comes together to make something that's actually real. And I wanted to be an engineer. So at this moment, I've kind of decided that I'm going to be an oceanic engineer. So I'm not going to be sending things into space, but it's still kind of cool. I'll be sending things under the ocean. And it's just been the most amazing experience. And it's changed my entire outlook on life, you know, working so hard for something and then having it pay off into this amazing experience and meeting all these people who just are fabulous. Like, you're all wonderful, just in case you didn't know. And it's just amazing, and I would like to thank everybody who helps make this possible, and just, it's wonderful. But I guess that's all I really got to say. So, Brandon?
Good afternoon. My name is Brandon Balzell. This is my first year doing the challenge, and I can't tell you how great it is to see you all and to meet you this afternoon. It's wonderful talking to people from the FAA and NASA, and it's such a wonderful opportunity to meet engineers and to get to discuss these things that we deal with and that we know you guys deal with every day in the industry. When I was speaking to many of you, the question that came up the most was, how do we feel about our experiences? What was the greatest experience that we've had? And well, I'm going to answer that question with another question. Have you looked around lately? Do you see this room? Do you know what building we're in? How great is this? We are in the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. It's just been a great week so far, and a great 6 months that we got to work on the project and deal with our mentors from Cessna and the FAA and NASA. And it's great meeting all these people. And not to mention all the fun we've had just designing the airplane. That was half the fun right there, was getting to learn all of these things. My role in the team was as a lead technical engineer, so I dealt with some of the programming aspects, the innovative. Okay, so now I'm going to get into what Dr. Coppola was talking about. These are real contributions. As a lead technical engineer, what I got to do was design the way that the programs we were given would interact with each other. So as opposed to Carson, who was our pro engineer master, I got to develop a system that would take the data we got from pro engineer and put it into the Cessna program that we were given and vice versa. And it was just a great opportunity to innovate and think critically, which is definitely my favorite thing to do. Thank you for all your congratulations, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
I'm 6 inches shorter than all of them. Okay, well, I, like Shelby, was not interested in engineering. Well, I was still open to any idea. I mean, I was a freshman last year, so I really had no clue what I wanted to do. But October, about this time, she decided to sign me up on a sheet of paper, and I was like, okay. So anyway, so I got pulled into this competition, and I'm not going to lie, it's been one of the greatest experiences of my life. It is definitely going to shape many decisions in my future, and it has provided many great opportunities for me. The Real World Design Challenge has provided me with 2 all-expenses-paid trips to Washington, D.C. I've been able to meet the president, meet all of you. I've come to the Capitol. I mean, I'm in this room. That's pretty cool. I've met the governor of our state twice. I've been able to go on a tour of Cessna in Wichita. And before the challenge, I was definitely more interested in maybe being an author, teaching, being a professor, traveling the world. And now I'm very interested in a STEM career. I've realized that I could do many things in engineering that are just as creative as writing, but provide more contributions to our society. So I'd like to thank all of you for providing that for me.